Hello guys, welcome back to the Study Brain Podcast. I'm your host and your host, Steve Free, and we have a very special episode. We are actually filming this right in my office for the first time. So I'm excited about that. We are going to talk about blood sugar and brain power. This is a topic we haven't covered yet out of the 30 plus episodes that we've done. So I want to thank you for tuning in. We are going to talk about eating hack for greater cognitive performance, and we have the perfect ways for this. And I'm so excited. So I want to introduce Mariana and Nick Martin.
Hi, my name is Steve.
Yes, you like that?
Yes.
Thank you for having us here. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, you are now biochemist,
Biochemist?
Yeah.
and you guys have a background in genetic.
Exactly. We worked for 5 years in genetic company at Monash University, learning about health technology. And we focus mostly blood sugar and food and why matter for all of us.
You have written two best-selling books, right? Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Steve. Yes, glucose revolution and glucose God's method.
I encourage everyone to get book reader. If someday has a lot of experience and they put it into a book and you get sit down, you get goddess of wisdom in just a handful of days. So we'll put the link as we always do in the show note at stevefree.com/notes. So why don't we start with as is a glucose for those listening.
Glucose is your body's favorite source of energy. So every single cell in your body uses it for energy, from your brain cells to your finger cells to your toe cells.
Nobody is ever said to sell.
To cell, yeah? So your toe cells also use glucose for energy?
And the main way that we give glucose to our body is by eating food.
Yeah, specifically by eating two types of foods: starches, so rice, bread, potatoes, and sugar. Anything that starts sweet, from a banana to chocolate ice cream. And so you might think, okay, I want maximum amount of energy, so I should just eat as many starch and sugars as I can, right?
Yeah, that would be logical.
Well, that's when things break down.
Correct.
Why did that happen?
I like to take the example of the plant. So you have a lovely layer here of your office, and you know that this tree needs a little bit of water to survive. But if you give it too much water, it dies.
I like your parable.
The human body and the human brain are the same. And glucose, everything functions wonderfully. Too much glucose and problems start happening.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the problem, and I want to get to the solution. Hi, this is Steve Nick, author in Jakarta Times and Wall Street Journal bestseller. And today, I am thrilled to share with you some exciting news. It's a limitless expand. It's an update and brand new edition of my transformative guide. And now, enriched with new insight and new tools to help you navigate the world in the artificial intelligence. For a limited time, when you pre-order your copy of Limitless Expand, it's a brain training plus and bunch of amazing bonus. Just go to speedbook.com and pick up a copy for you and pick up a copy for a friend. You talk about glucose spikes.
Exactly.
So what is it and how is affecting our cognitive performance or brain?
A glucose spike is what happens after a meal if you eat too many starches and sugar. So it's rapid increase in how much glucose is in your body, specifically for your brain.
This means a couple things. Instead of brain having a nice steady amount of energy coming through, its expressions in this roller coaster, this spike and this dip.
This can lead to many different symptoms. It can lead to many brain fog, Very interesting, right?
It sounds like that.
Because that glucose roller coaster can slow down the speed of the signal between your neurons. It can affect your mood.
I think it happened last week.
Yeah. It can make you more irritable. It can make you angry. It can make you sad. It can make your mental health worse.
Any commentary?
I remember this for the long term. Being on a glucose roller coaster is linked to the development of Alzheimer's disease.
Wow, but you have made a guide to dealing with this in your book, right?
So in our first book, we have 10 hacks, 10 food hacks, 10 science-based hacks to eat better and avoid the roller coaster. In our new books, we break the all down to 4 hacks for weeks. So we discuss it.
I will imagine if people follow some of the recipes that you have there. So confide that to the listener.
Okay, so week 1 of the glucose goods methods. We have a savory breakfast instead of a sweet breakfast. Most of us have a sweet breakfast every morning, right?
Well, I think not everyone.
Of course. And so when we eat something sweet, we may think that we're getting energy because we feel a little bit awake like this. What's actually happening is that your brain is releasing dopamine. It's the pleasure molecule in response to that sugar. And that tricks you into thinking you have energy.
Yeah, you don't have any energy. You have pleasure in your brain.
So then I should continue to week 2.
Week 2, we introduce a very cool molecule that is inside a vinegar. So week 2, we have 1 tablespoon of vinegar, a big glass of water before 1 of our meals a day. Why do we do this? Because acetic acid is amazing.
We know acetic acid. This molecule slows down how quickly food breaks down to glucose molecule. So week 1, savory breakfast, week 2, vinegar.
Yeah, I know our audience is remembering this because they're trying with their memory. And you're very passionate about vinegar, by the way. Can it be apple cider vinegar?
It can be any type of vinegar. And if you're not a vinegar person, you can also replace it with lemon juice.
Okay, and as we go into week 3.
Oh, so week 3. Week 3 is the week of veggie start.
Veggie starters?
Yes, so it's the day before. One of our meals, we're going to have a plate of vegetable at the beginning of the meal.
So why do you do this?
Because vegetable contain an amazing substance called fiber. When we eat fiber at the beginning of a meal, have amazing powers.
So again, you are eating the same meal, but by adding the veggie starter, you are reducing the glucose spike of that meal.
So you're helping your brain health, you're helping your physical health.
It is super powerful. So it's not just what you eat, it's how you eat and also when.
Exactly. Because for the veggies, of course, it's great to eat veggies anytime.
Right, like have veggies anytime, but if you want them to be extra powerful at the beginning of your meal.
So when there's a fries, when you are at a restaurant, that's the first thing people eat.
I think this whole conspiracy because your meals. Okay, if you eat rice, first thing during a meal, that's starch. So that's going to break down into glucose molecules. You are going to get a big spike at the beginning of a meal. Then, about an hour, 90 minutes later, you are going to get that drop.
That usually around the time when the waiter comes over and asks if you want dessert.
Right.
I totally will you so easily you start with veggies and any starch of sugars are at the end of the meal.
Okay.
And in week 3, you can also do something very clever. You can make the vinegar hack and the vinegar starter hack by adding a vinegar dressing to your vinegar starter. That's 2 hacks in one and you are completely protected for the rest of the day.
That's like the biggest takeaway ever. I hope you're enjoying this episode, and if you want to go deeper with many of these authors that we have on our podcast, this expert, I want to invite you to join our Quick Success program. This is our monthly life that I do where I teach something brand new that we haven't touched before. Answer your burning question. And also we have something that people have been requesting for many years, a quick book club. This is your limited book club where every single moon we read a book together like a book profit by this author. And then we get the author to come online and join us for a 1 hour set going deeper the strategies, how to put them into practice. Many people want to read a book amount or put up to that, and this won't be the program. So if you want to join, just go to stevesuccess.com and get your spot and join us live and get to meet this author very up close and personal. And back to the episode.
The week 4, we're going to recruit our boss.
Okay.
Powerful allies for steady glucose levels. So you know how I said that our two cells as glucose. All of our muscle cells also as glucose for energy, and we can use that to our advantage.
So here's the hack. After one meal a day, we are going to move for 10 minutes. This can be walking around your blocks. This could be cleaning your home. Be contracting your muscles for 10 minutes. They are going to suck up some of the glucose of the meal you just had. They will further reduce the speed. So this is all about it. How do we eat what we love and also help our brain function better, help inflammation go down, help slow down aging, help our glucose level be more balanced.
And then it becomes a factor cycle because when you edit this 4 hacks during these 4 weeks, you feel like a new person, so you want to do more and more stuff. I mean, it's like the perfect on-ramp to better health.
I love that. With the squeeze, then ideally it's vegetables. Then you have your proteins and fat. Of course, at the beginning it's savory, not sweet.
Exactly. Add that with vinegar and then towards the end of the meal. You have the carbs and the sugars that you want.
Yeah, if you do it in sequence, you reduce the glucose peak by 75% of the meal without changing how much you're eating.
I love that. The food is serving us that we are not serving the food.
Absolutely. And let's also, you can still eat all the sugar you love. Just have it after you finish starter and your meal, and you know. After the finger, you don't have to cut anything out. You just have to letting a little bit when and how you're eating these foods.
Everybody, we are going to put everything in the show notes and stevefree.com/note with link to Mariana and Nick Martin books to her social media and website and so much more. And also, I highly recommend you follow here in this amazing platform. And if you can, watch it on YouTube so you call Say Song of the Creeps. Maybe we will get your team to send us some of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Mary, Nick, thank you so much.
Thank you, Steve, for having me.
You're welcome.